In example 3, we are going to work on finding joint and marginal relative frequencies. So first, let's define what that means. A joint relative frequency is a ratio of a frequency that is not in the total row or total column to the total number of value of observations. Another way of saying it is we're just going to take all the joint frequencies and divide them by the total number of values in the entire table, which is always in that lower right-hand corner. To find the marginal relative frequencies, we're just going to add all the joint relative frequencies up. Okay, so let me show you an example of what that means. Let me put my face up here. So it says, the 2A table shows the results of a survey that asked college-bound high school students whether they plan to take a major in a medical field. Make a 2A table that shows the joint and the marginal relative frequencies. So in this particular problem, we have those that measured in a medical field, yes or no, and those that are juniors or seniors in this high school class. Now, if you look at these values here, those are all the joint frequencies. If we were to take and add all of those joint frequencies together, we would get a total of, oh, let's see here, we're going to have to add them all up. I added them earlier, 680. So there are 680 total students, and I get that by just simply adding 124 plus 101 plus 219 plus 236. So again, adding those all up, I'm going to get 680. Now, so if I go over here, and once again, this stands for class and major in a medical field. So the categories are going to be the same in our table, but instead of having the number that belong in each category, we're going to have the ratio of those that are in each category to the total number of students. So for example, juniors that are majoring in a medical field, there are 124 out of the 680 total. There were 101 seniors that said yes out of 680. There were 219 juniors that said no out of 680. And there were 236 seniors that said no out of 680. So all we have to do is take a calculator and divide these, and we will have the joint relative frequencies. So just taking these joint frequencies and dividing them by the total number in the data field gives us those frequencies. Okay. Now I did this on a calculator earlier, and I have these numbers written down. This ended up being 0.18. Seniors that said yes, 0.15. Juniors that said no, 0.32. And then there were 0.35 seniors that said no. Now, those are the joint relative frequencies. Now, in the margins, we'll add them up just like we have earlier. So adding 0.18 plus 0.32, that would be about 0.50. So about half of those surveyed were juniors, and about half were seniors. Now, it's about. Why are we saying about instead of exactly? Because the numbers are rounded to 2 decimal places, so it could be just a 1 or 2 less than half or 1 or 2 more. Now, those that said yes, about 0.33 or 33% of those surveyed said yes, they were going to, and the other 0.67 or 67% said no. Now, when we add vertically or horizontally, we should get exactly 100% of the people that were surveyed in that case. So again, be able to tell what these frequencies mean. So right here, about 32% of juniors surveyed not of juniors, let me restate that. 32% of all students surveyed are juniors who are not majoring in a medical field. So I'll just say who are not medical majors. And there you go. So it's important to, I started out saying that wrong. It's 32% of everybody that's surveyed, of all 680. Okay, and that's it for example 3.